Hey, before we get into this episode, have you seen that my new book is out? It's called Stop Selling and Help Them Buy Weddings and Events. And it's a book that you helped me write because you would ask me at a conference, which of your books has what you just spoke about on stage? And if it wasn't in any of my books, I'd say it's in the next one. Well, here it is. Here's the next one. How to respond to reviews. What if you don't like doing sales? The 3 questions to ask every prospect, or they can't ask for what they don't know exists. These are just some of the chapters in there. And the beauty is you don't have to read it front to back. You can jump around to any chapter, kind of like my other book, Wit, Wisdom, and the Business of Weddings, where you can jump to any chapter because they're not necessarily connected to one another. And if you want to get free shipping on a paperback copy, go to shopalanberg.com and use the coupon code podcast. That's shopalanberg.com. Use the coupon code podcast, get free shipping on me. Otherwise, it's on Audible, it's on Kindle. And if you go to podcast.allenberg.com, the links are all there as well. Thanks. Like the new threads? Listen to this episode, see where I'm going with this one. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Allen Berg. I'm a speaker, author, sales trainer, website reviewer, and I help businesses like yours sell more, profit more, and have more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. Hi, it's Allen Berg. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. So if you haven't heard yet, Meta, Facebook, has a new app to compete with Twitter, and it's called Threads. So I jumped over there because I didn't realize it was connected to Instagram, and I wanted to make sure that I grabbed my @AllenBerg over there. So if you are over there and want to follow me, you can go to @AllenBerg. The question is, should we jump over there? Does it make any sense for us? Is it another distraction, or is it a potential opportunity because it's kind of at the ground floor of this? So these are some things you should think about with any new platform. Now, today it's Threads, but it could be another one. Now, for me, if it's competing with Twitter, I don't get a lot of activity on Twitter. I have thousands of people that are potentially following me on Twitter, but I can tell that they're not paying any attention because when I post anything over there, very few people ever comment on it. So, there was a time when Instagram wasn't around and Twitter was the thing. And one day I looked up and guess what? You all left. You were gone. It was like the room was empty. Somebody yelled fire, and all of a sudden you were all on Instagram. So the question is that going to happen to Twitter? A lot of people are not happy with Elon Musk and what he's done with Twitter, changing the politics of it and things like that. I'm not going to get into that because I don't talk about politics on my podcast or on my social channels. But the thing is, there was a time when I was very active there because you were very active there. And then when you weren't, I wasn't. I followed you. I'm not active on TikTok yet. People keep following there. So stop following me. I literally don't post anything there. Please don't follow me over there. I am on Facebook, and that's where I get my most interaction. Instagram will be the next place that I get interaction. I have a lot of followers on LinkedIn. It's more of a corporate thing. And I get, again, not much interaction there. That's probably more for my speaker community. So the other speakers that I know through National Speakers Association and through other global organizations, people that I meet around the world, that's probably where I connect with them more. But for the wedding and event industry, which is the main part of my business, Facebook is probably my number one there. So I'm not on TikTok, doesn't mean you shouldn't be. I am on Threads, doesn't mean you should be. The question is, what are you going to do there? Is the audience that you're looking to communicate with there? And if you're listening to this and you're in the wedding and event industry, you have more than one audience. You have an audience of your potential customers and current customers, right? So that's an audience there. Past customers, of course, you have those as well. But then you also have the industry. So kind of like Clubhouse, which was really popular during the pandemic, and we were all kind of locked down, and I was spending a lot of time there. And I just moved Clubhouse on my phone into a second page or third page of a group because I just don't go in there anymore. So I was active, I'm not, and I kind of saw it coming. I saw that once things were starting to open up in 2021, and I said, well, you know what? Once people are back to doing weddings, they're not going to be here anymore. They're here because they have the time. And sure enough, that's what happened. The number of people going into rooms just really, really dropped. Again, doesn't mean you shouldn't be there. Doesn't mean you're not getting value from it. I don't. And the key is we only have a limited amount of time. We only have a limited amount of bandwidth. And where should you be posting things? So I'm going to test posting things on Threads. And I think because it's new, it's the new shiny object over there. It's the new place for people to go. I might get some interaction there, but I'm probably going to post the same content or similar content as Instagram and as I do on Facebook to see what kind of interaction I'm getting there. So with today, it's Threads. Tomorrow, it could be, and not could be, it will be another platform. The question is, should you jump over there? And the thing is, who is the audience that you want to communicate with there, that you want to have these conversations with? And are they there? Are they going there? Right? It's okay to be kind of on the leading edge of it, but if your customers aren't there, you could be wasting a lot of time. You could also be getting first user advantage by being there. So again, you have to make a strategic decision with your limited time. Should I go there or not there? Right now, I'm on Threads at Alan Berg, the same as I am on Instagram at Alan Berg. So if you want to send me a message, if you want to tag me in something, please do it on Threads. Do it on Instagram, do it on Facebook, do it on LinkedIn. I'm on all of those over there. Don't do it on Pinterest. Don't do it on TikTok. I'm not paying any attention to those. And I hope it gave you something to think about. Thanks. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe to this channel and post a review on your chosen platform, Apple Podcasts or whichever one. If you have any questions about anything in this episode or any of my episodes, email me directly at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com or visit my website, alanberg.com, alanberg.com. If you have any suggestions for future topics or guests that you'd like to see, please again, email me or visit my website. Thanks for listening.